Do you want to learn how to ship out your Pokemon cards for your trading card business in a professional manner that gets you reviews like these? Or maybe you're just looking to upgrade the way you're currently shipping. I'm Craig with LegendaryCardboard.com, and today I'm going to walk you through all my methods of shipping that I use for my trading card business. Now, this first method is going to be the plain white envelope, and this is going to be primarily for shipping cards on eBay, as that's where I've done most of my envelope shipments. Let's jump right into it. So I got our materials ready to go here. With this first method I'm going to show, this is just shipping out one card. If we're just looking to ship out one card, we're starting with the penny sleeve here. Okay, all the cards need to be going into a penny sleeve. I advise to stay away from the card sleeves, like deck sleeves, as to me, in my own opinion, they don't really give off a great professional appearance or image. So I prefer the clear traditional penny sleeves. Now from there, this is where I do things somewhat different than I think the vast majority. I go card saver 1. I don't use top loaders. I've never used top loaders in an envelope because when I was getting started in my research, I watched and heard stories and read about top loaders causing issues with the sorting machines at the post office. So I avoided it from the very get-go, and I have not had a single issue with shipping out cards by envelope. So card saver 1. Now what I do as well is I do little things to try to set myself apart from others as well. Is when I put this in here, I'm also trying to get it as centered as I possibly can. To me, I just feel like little details like that will kind of set you apart from others. You know, just kind of showing that you care. So from there, I always put everything into a sleeve, a graded card sleeve. Another thing I do to try to make myself stand out is when I do this sleeve here, the tab. All right, so we'll pull that off. I put it to the back side. I always make sure they're to the back side. That way, when they get their card in the mail and they're looking at it for the first time, they don't have this line, the line from the tab on the front side of the card. I don't know if that matters. It's just something I do to always try to look professional. Not sure if people notice that much. Now from here, before I put it in the envelope, I also always include a packing slip. I use the thermal label printer. So I use these 4x6. They're the adhesive back labels, make it super easy. Upon my initial research, I came across the labels, and I just went that route right away. I bought a very inexpensive label printer off Amazon. So from there, you know, I take the packing slip, fold it up. I fold that around the card as well, just to give it another layer of protection while it's in the envelope. I also always like to provide a business card with a way for them to connect with us on social media, check out the website, now this YouTube channel. And then I also usually have stickers that I had made for the company or for the business, always in there. Sometimes I throw in additional singles, hollows, just little things just to kind of show appreciation. All right, and then from here, what's great, okay, so here's the thing too. Number 6 envelope, okay? Now, if you've been watching up into this point, you'll notice I don't use any sort of tape. I hate tape. I hate getting tape in the mail. Like when I order singles, it drives me insane. I refuse to use tape. If you watch some people, they use the really long envelopes, and then they'll tape the card to one side so that way it doesn't affect, because they use top loaders, so they tape it so it doesn't affect the feeder machine, or the cards are all taped up. People use top loaders or tape on the top loaders themselves, and I know a lot of the general consensus is using the blue painter's tape, but anytime you're using tape, you are risking damaging the card. Cards can slide out, get up into the tape. Now you have the sticky residue on the card itself. So this is how I do it. Number 6 envelope, right? So number 6 envelope, when that goes into there like that, it doesn't have a lot of room to move around. Then from there, okay, with the envelope flap down on this side, that's where I get the actual shipping label, okay, and I take that there, and I put it on the side of the flap. Okay, I fold it over. The excess gets folded over and sticks to the back, just like that. And I like it there because now it's tamper proof. So now nobody's gonna get in this envelope without ripping across this label right here or cutting along the edges. So that is my method for shipping out a single card in a plain white envelope. Now, if we get into multiple cards into the plain white envelope, the most I've ever done is, the most I like to do is 5. I've done 5 in one envelope quite a few times on eBay. eBay, I don't sell any bulk type cards. So generally people are only ordering 1 or 2 at a time. And then the more cards in the type of cards that I sell, it'll start climbing over that $20 value, which then you're not supposed to any longer use the eBay standard envelope. So for 5 cards, what I like to do, I'm still in the card saver 1. My first card, without jamming it down in the middle, but I try to get it down as far as I can while still keeping the card nice and protected, nice and safe, not causing any damage. And then from there, I stagger these. Okay, I stagger the cards going in. So this one won't go all the way down, but it staggers. So I push it all the way close to the edge. There you see, making a staggering effect. And the staggering effect is what I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to keep the thickness as even as possible while stacking these cards, because that's one of the criteria for going in the envelope, and it'll help with the shipping in the envelope, is having the thickness evenly spread out through the envelope. So there you can see, so now it's got the staggered effect on both sides there. Goes into the graded card sleeve, right? Flap to the back, same process as a single card. Okay, now all the cards are in there protected. We got our packing slip that will wrap around. Okay, throwing in the card, business card, sticker, and then we're back into that number 6 envelope, and it's ready to go. Okay, now let's talk about when cards start to get over that $20 value, and for me, this will be the $20 to $50 range. This will be the process that I do for that. So of course we're starting with the penny sleeve, clear penny sleeve, no deck sleeves, right? Now this time we are going into a top loader. So into the top loader, like so. We will then into a team bag, and the team bag and the graded card sleeve I used for the envelope, these are in place where most people use tape. So here you'll see, right, with the in the team bag now, if the card were to slide out, it's just hitting some regular plastic. It's not going to slide out into adhesive. So there's no risk of the card getting damaged. Now, from here, one of my recent upgrades was I went ahead and I started purchasing these Hobby Armor, a rigid, somewhat plastic backing. Now I used to use just cardboard, and I would cut cardboard squares out, and I am tired of cutting cardboard squares out, so I have upgraded to Hobby Armor, and these are pretty inexpensive. All this stuff I'll link down in the bottom of what I use. We got the card packaged up on the back of the Hobby Armor. We get packing slip. Same process as the envelope. Packing slip in there. We're grabbing, of course, our business card, so they'll hopefully connect with us, and a sticker. Now, here is a 7x9 bubble mailer. Obviously, the bubble mailer is much larger than the card. Please do not just drop the card in there to where then it's shaking all around during transit. I do the larger ones, and I will show you why. I take the card, I take it all the way down to the bottom, so, and try to get it into the corner. So right now, boom, if you can see the outline, so the card, we're all right here. With, and now this is important, the hobby armor is on the back side. So you have the card up top, hobby armor on the back side, and that's important because now, instead of sandwiching 2 hobby armors in there, right, you only need to use 1, because now what we do is along the edge here, we fold, okay, we fold the bubble mailer up, and now where the card is at has multiple layers, additional layers of protection from the rest of the bubble mailer there. So now you got your hobby armor on the back side here. The front of the card is now sandwiched in between all the layers of bubble mailer. Now it's important, don't fold this all the way over. At least I don't. I do it about 3/4 of the way about there, because what I do from here is I take my shipping label and then stick it right along here. If you go all the way, it makes it just small enough where your label won't sit flat, and it'll round over, and it'll round the barcode. I don't know if it matters or not, but I just want my barcode for the post office to be able to scan it easily right there, so there's no issues. So just like that, and I slap my label right across there, again, trying to do anything I can to prevent tampering with the envelope, with this bubble mailer. So there isn't a way anyone could really get into this without cutting into it. Okay, now let's talk about getting above that $50 mark, and then also any graded cards. So any card in a slab. This will be the method that I use. It's something I started doing. I changed it up a few months ago. Usually everything value-wise above that $20 mark, including the slabs, were going in bubble mailers, which was fine. I still packed them plenty good, so there was always protection. But this is something I just wanted to kind of level up my shipping for customers, because even shipping on eBay, my goal is for people to not just say, hey, I got this off of eBay, but hopefully they'll be able to remember that they got it from Legendary Cardboard on eBay. So I always want to make sure customers feel like they're appreciated with how I package and ship things. So we'll just talk about the slab here. Any other card not in a slab, same process as the bubble mailer. In your top loader, I'll still use this one as well for a non-slabbed card, but it's all going into a box coming up, and we're going to get into that. But first and foremost, if you're shipping a slab, please always spend a few cents and get graded card sleeves, because there's nothing worse than when a slab shows up and it's scratched or chip in it, because they didn't want to, the seller didn't want to take the time to get graded card sleeves and to put it in there. So do yourself a favor, do your customers a favor, and just get the graded card sleeves. So we put our slab in our sleeve. Okay, then from there, this is a I don't remember the dimensions on this one. Put the link in the description down below, but smaller bubble mailer, the slab's going in there, and of course we'll throw in our card and our stickers and any extras. Usually when people get slabs, I throw 3 to 4 extra hollow rares for them, just something to say thanks. We'll pull the adhesive stick off, fold it up, put it down. Now I have here this is a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of packing paper that I fold up into a square. And then what I like to do is I fold this over, sandwiching the card in there. And then I pick that up, I fold these down over the sides there. Now I have here a 7 by 5 by 2 little box, right? Now, putting this in here, the packing paper, you don't want to like completely flatten the packing paper when you're folding around it. You want to leave it kind of expanded, so that way it helps, because the goal here is when we close this up, we don't want to hear or feel any shaking. Of course, then the packing slip I put on top. We fold the box up. Okay, and then From there, shake it. Shouldn't move around. You shouldn't feel any shaking, hear any shaking, and then it's good to go. From there, I tape up both sides all the way around, slap a label on the top, and then it's ready to go. Hey, so there you have it. Those are the shipping methods that I use to ship out all of our singles on eBay and starting now on TCG Player. Once I get some more sales under my belt on TCG Player and kind of come up with methods to ship mass amount of cards in envelopes, I'll probably make another video on that to do an update. One thing I didn't mention about the envelope was it's important to stay under 3 ounces. That is the max weight that you can ship cards in an envelope. And then the thickness needs to remain under 1/4 of an inch. So those are 2 key points I forgot to mention. 3 ounces on the weight and under 1/4 of an inch on the thickness. If you have any questions or I missed something or something didn't really clarify something, let me know in the comments. Hope you were able to take away something from this video, learn something. Maybe you can upgrade your shipping, or you were looking to ship cards for your trading card business. But that'll do it for now. And until next time, we'll see you down the road.